What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro Lil Sis Reacts. I'm the Big Bro. This is the Lil Sis.
And this is
And today we're on How to Get Away with Murder, Season 4, Episode 3. It's for the greater good. I'm not quite sure where we left off, but I know at the end scene in Annalise's new apartment home, it was a murder scene. Shocker. The dude, which is her therapist, was calling from the hospital because Laurel, she's there crying about whatever's going on with her baby. And because I think she's 2 months premature, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then he was like looking through the window and calling Annalise like, where you at? What's going on? And then meanwhile, everybody else was trying to get settled within jobs. So Michaela and Asher got into, right? It was Asher, right? I know it was Michaela. She was arguing for, it was Asher. Michaela and Asher got into a big firm. But Laurel wanted Michaela to get in there because she wants to work with her to get dirt on her dad, right? Because I think her dad is their client. So that was part of her plan, because Laurel actually did get accepted to a few places or got interviews or whatever, but she played it off because she's not interested in none of that. She can't focus right now. She wants to take down Wes's killers. All here for that. She also knows who she's going up against, which is a bonus. She knows who her opponent is, which is her father. She knows him very well. And yeah, that's that. So let's get into it and see what they got this week. Full and early reactions are available on Patreon.
Michaela, leave me alone. Slow down, I'm pregnant. Sorry, we can't do this. Things are good. What you have to do is access my father's account.
It's like I just got hired.
He has done terrible things, and he needs to go to jail, and you can make that happen. Don't follow me. Michaela!
She's like, I'm running away from the bus.
Michaela!
Oh, yeah, I hope she got in the right car. Michaela said, I'm running away from all this fuck shit. I got my dream job, I'm cool.
Calling it the Philadelphia Right to Counsel and you should have seen my face when I heard the Annalise Keating called to sign up.
Well, my caseload is light, so...
It's one of those cases that keeps me up at night. Ben Carter. I represented him 12 years ago when he was convicted of killing his fiancée.
Pushed the mother of his 8-month-old baby from the 10th story of their apartment.
I didn't push her. She jumped.
Why?
Kim told me she wasn't mine.
12 years ago, Ben Carter not only...
Called her a hoe, trash. Madison will probably grow up to be a slut just like her mom.
So, did you push her?
No.
Instead, they want you to cave into your most basic judgmental instinct, because that's the only piece of evidence the prosecution has in this case.
Come on then, Annalise.
Think about it. Really? 12 years in prison for no other reason than the way you look? The old Ben is freedom.
What is that?
A refund. Would you return a boat?
My law school degree. I just dropped out.
So you are doing the opposite of getting your life
Is the
together.
Commonwealth prepared to call its first witness?
We call investigator Nate Leahy to the stand.
He was the arresting officer.
Why didn't you find it in Ben's voicemail when he was brought into custody?
He deleted that voicemail.
Nothing further.
Well, how do you know my client deleted that voicemail and not someone else?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
I'm speculating. Just like Mr. Leahy's doing by even equating deleting a voicemail to murder. I mean, in that case, we're all murderers. The witness can go.
Everyone, gather round. Put the coffee down.
And bring your diapers. We don't want any accidents like last year.
What year was Kaplan & Gold first established? Kraft.
1934.
Correct. Gold has ever won? 1.1 billion. Correct. Eyewear market share in the world?
Antares Technologies.
Antares is
Yeah, they did their homework.
And that ends round one. Let's give it up for the final spot.
You finally want to get that Annalise stink off you? They keep assigning you the crappy cases, right?
I'm new.
Or they all still think you're Team Annalise. Trust me, I've been there. Come on, it'll be fun.
Results will be back in a few days.
wait. And Connor just decided to drop out completely. Oh, and we still don't know who killed Wes. So yeah, everything's great.
What do you want? Make sure I know that you hate me, hurt my feelings.
That would require you to have feelings.
You know, you're about to have a child. You need to start acting like one.
It's a boy, by the way.
That was a part of a plan. She was trying to lay some seeds. She knew she'd have to go right out of the gate and ask for what she wants because that hasn't worked yet.
Go study. Otherwise, I'm out $2,000.
What?
She bet on you.
I bet on you. Be flattered.
No pressure.
Sorry, I can't really find anything.
Check her voice memos.
I did.
You lied. Weren't you just begging for this job?
That was when it wasn't hacking Annalise. A little
Oh,
different.
because they're used to her always
She didn't even
recording on her
respect you
phone.
enough to fire.
Kim told me she wasn't mine.
Use that again.
Mr. Carter, how did your witness?
Whew, they about to destroy him.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth would like to request Mr. Carter submit to a paternity test.
On what? The record, Your Honor.
Because Madison is another man's child.
Don't listen to him, Madison.
Ben!
You're still my girl, you hear me?
Ben, stop!
I love you, Madison.
Why do y'all never stop talking when Annalise tells y'all?
First time we met, you said that I was gonna give up my career to become a mom. And guess what? I'm at the bottom of my class, I have no internship, and there's this.
She's pushing her agenda hard. You had internships.
Yeah, we need you and we need your meatballs stat.
Hate me if you want, but don't ruin a man's life because your feelings got hurt.
I'm not on your case.
Did you ever think of never separate your emotions from your job?
That's you right now, not me.
That's what always made you a bad lawyer.
You got beat and you
Your asshole.
Oh!
so lost.
Dang, Annalise. That was a Bonnie move.
I'm not giving you my case, Virginia.
Hello, is this Annalise Keating? We have reason to believe you can help us identify a body.
What? Lord, I ain't got time for that.
Miss Key?
I remember Wes's body got lost. Yeah. That or it's Rebecca.
Do you recognize this woman?
She was my client.
Oh!
Is back.
What? That was just last week.
13.
No autopsy yet, but you can see the track marks, so police found her in an alley.
Overdose.
There's been a slew of ODs in the area.
Tried to do good and this woman ended up dead. By her own doing, of course.
Double-edged Rwanda for minerals.
Her being in prison is what
CNGs
saved her
and
life.
Tiny up.
Surprise.
What is this, an intervention or something? Okay, it's an intervention, yes, but with meatballs. So it's a dinnervention.
It's been one of the best things that's
Not him
happened.
writing the letter.
We've all been through so much.
Everyone seems to care about you.
Okay, how is anyone okay with him being here right now?
Dude.
No, seriously, a few months ago we thought that you killed Wes, and now we're just supposed to pretend that we're besties again?
Frank did it, and I am the only one who has the right to drop out right now.
You bailed on your internship interview. If you want to hear, you should understand this decision.
You're gonna...
Then hear me, and hear me good. What's best for me is you trust that I know how to make my own life decisions, whether you agree with them or not.
A real supportive family tells you when you're fucking up.
Great meatballs, Frank.
Look, I can give the judge an affidavit saying this is what needs to happen for your health. And only the judge would know why you withdrew, no one else.
They would know.
Well, I can see you hate that idea.
She don't like to
You've
lose.
been a failure,
Yeah.
okay? But isn't losing your license because you took a drink worse?
She said,
Hey,
fucking
Did you drop this off?
What?
The DVD at my door.
surveillance footage.
I thought truly that a gang.
If I catch you
About the
doing
first
anything,
part, not the last.
I'm lying. You're screwing up this job for me.
You'll chop
Nate
off
must
my
have did
head
that.
and feed it to Denver.
Guess we screwed.
This is making
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to call my next witness,
It's your chief defender.
Virginia Cross.
Stop.
In fact, I'd like permission to treat Miss Cross as a hostile witness. The representation to each client, even though some of your lawyers will have over 200 cases at once.
It's challenging, but we do our best.
keep this evidence hidden this whole time?
I only saw it when I was working on Ben's appeal.
And when was
It
this?
was in a box with all the security footage from that area.
So you had this in your possession during the first trial?
I had 45 minutes to prep a case back then. I don't have an excuse. It was a mistake. I'm human. I made a mistake. Terrible, terrible mistake.
He pissed.
I am
It was
so
12 years of
sorry.
his life. But that is a problem, though. Like she said, she had 45 minutes. That's a real thing. I've seen
My father's jet landed in Philadelphia the day Wes died. Dominic was probably on it. So you go back in there and you win this for Wes.
Hi.
Hi.
it. Well, you're
Why
fired.
did you do it? Shown that footage in Chambers. No one needed to know where it came from. But you came for me. I'm gonna be disbarred, Annalise.
No, if they didn't disbar me, they're not going to disbar you.
And Alicia was finna jack her up.
You chose to jeopardize this woman's entire career anyway.
It was for the greater good. I can win my clients' cases, I know how to, but not when they've already been beaten down by the system. Jasmine died because of that, and God knows what'll happen
She
to Ben.
wants to expose the problems.
You know,
of the
you
system.
keep
It wasn't about the
downplaying.
lady.
And?
And it's what I needed to file a class action suit.
Against who?
The governor, the state, and the entire justice system, if I'm lucky. Virginia was a sacrificial lamb. They make me know that you're the one in control here and not me.
The person you're in a power struggle with here isn't me, it's you. You can't save everyone, Annalise. Only yourself. That's who you need to be a hero for right now, for you.
You are not gonna break me.
She
He's
doubling
not
down.
a good therapist.
Prepare for a beatdown.
Ready?
Focus.
In what foreign city is Kaplan & Gold's smallest satellite office?
Lagos, Nigeria.
That's incorrect.
What?
It's Pratt. It's all on you.
Don't forget about Kigali. My CNG set up a tiny office there.
Miss Pratt?
Kigali, Rwanda.
That's correct. Ladies and gentlemen, our new Hell Bowl champion,
She
Pratt.
happy. She got her 2 cats.
Maybe I'll drop out too. Because gonna dump me now that I'm a jobless loser. So.
If you were here, you got the right ass for it.
These are Connor's dads.
Oh.
They came to our apartment looking for him.
This is where my tuition money's going.
He may be thirsty.
Thank you.
I'll take both. Because I like one on deck.
I want to work for you.
Why?
Why
You're
not?
brilliant. You win all your cases. You can work on any of your accounts. And Tara's, for example.
Okay.
There's the baby.
Okay, here we go.
Into the damn phone.
Who is that?
Yeah. She thinks it's
Oh,
Annalise.
sorry, I thought you were Annalise.
She got blood on her.
Michaela.
Is he dead? Everyone around us died. I'm sorry, too.
Randy, you missed it. You're late.
I'm thinking something happened that pushed Laurel into the premature labor, and I don't know, maybe Laurel doesn't remember, but maybe Michaela had to help deliver the baby in that moment because something was happening.
That's what I think.
That's where the blood would come from. But, because they're trying to make us think it's
Stop.
Annalise's, it has something to do with Annalise's apartment. I don't think it has anything to do with
I don't
that.
think it does.
Because she was waiting at the baby
I
room.
think it might have been like stress or something.
It-
Either that or like her dad poisoned her with or
But
something
see,
that made her go into labor.
Laura will be very careful. She's being very careful. But she is under a ton of stress right now. She's not doing what she needs to do as far as taking care of herself and the baby. Because she's so worried about getting justice for Wes. But something did this 2 months later, and I think Michaela tried to help her. I mean, because obviously they're working together. But I think she tried to deliver that baby. And now she's unsure. Of course, she's going to blame herself because, you know what I mean? She might, the worries of did she do something wrong or, I don't know, anything. Just, I mean, it's probably going to be a little bit more dramatic. Whatever caused Laurel to go into labor, I don't know. Maybe she feels guilty about even helping Laurel, or, you know what I mean? I don't know. She's just having some sort of guilt right now. She's breaking down, so we don't know what happened. And I just don't know what any of this has to do with Annalise's situation, or if it's related at all. Maybe it all went down at Annalise's. I don't know. But that looks like a whole murder scene, so I don't even understand how we get there. But very good episode. As far as the case of the week, that was really good and very true. I like the message in that one about the
Judge book bags cover, not enough time to work on the cases.
Which is all true stuff. All true stuff. The system is extremely flawed, and I don't know how to make a better one. They've been trying to figure out how to make a better one. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that's like, this is what we have. It sometimes works, and that's the best we've got. And that's just what we go with. People try to be better, but I think, as you can kind of see in this episode with the characters, sometimes justice gets lost in personal vendettas. Nate and Bonnie were so worried about getting back at Annalise. They didn't care about the little girl that was being affected. They didn't care about the man that was imprisoned falsely. They didn't care about any of that. They just cared about getting back at Annalise. And Annalise is legit trying to win this and help this man out and his daughter. But because the personal vendetta, that's why I say justice gets lost. You can work for the state and still do the right thing. Sometimes losing is winning. You know what I mean? But they couldn't see that. And the lady did. And I know the lady, she's overwhelmed. 200 cases is insane. And then she finally got time to look at that case, look back and see she made an error. But my whole thing is, I don't know if she just did that or if she they said she had that the first, but she overlooked it.
2 or 3 years ago.
So she must have just been looking through her things and found that.
She said it's one that keeps her up at night.
Right, so that means she has looked into it before. So I wonder why she couldn't just go and say, hey, I messed up. Maybe she was so worried about being disbarred for messing up.
I would have been like, screw it.
I think
that's his life.
Right, but that's her livelihood. I mean, everybody's going to think selfishly, which is what the lawyer is trying to say to Annalise. Think about yourself first. And that's what that lady was doing, because she loses her livelihood. I don't know if she got a family. That could be the food for her family. That could be her house. So she's scared, like, I'm going to get fired if I admit this wrong. And then how am I going to feed myself? How am I defend myself? How can I start over? And I think that was another theme of this episode. Starting over is not necessarily good for everybody, because especially if you don't have a path to follow. Annalise is picking a path and somebody's telling her it's wrong, but she in her heart doesn't believe it is, so she's following it. Laurel can't start over. She's not going to start over. She's trying to find a starting point to launch this path she's trying to go on, but she's getting neglected at each turn. Michaela, that is an example of somebody who started over and it worked. Connor's another example where it failed. He doesn't know what to do, and Asher neither. So it's like, again, it's not meant for everybody. The girl who's ended up dead from last week's case, she got a fresh start. But Annalise already had predicted she's going to go down the same path because she don't know anything else. You don't know what path to follow. She was late in her life. How you start your life so late in the game when the world is already difficult for people who have been in the game, you know what I mean? So now this lady ended up overdosing and, you know, falling on bad habits because that's all she knows. So, boom. Just, there's a lot of hidden messages in this that were, not hidden, but there was a lot of little messages that were really interesting. But that's my breakdown of it, guys. Yeah. It was pretty good, if I do say so myself.
It was good.
Thank you.
No, I was talking about the show.
Well, in my breakdown, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I just want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to comment, share, subscribe, subscribe to reach on for next.
And we'll see you guys for more How to Get Away with Murder.
Bye.